Hello everyone, I am Prepper Princess, the author of Living on Almost Nothing. If you are interested in purchasing this book, I'll go ahead and leave a link down in the description box below. Today we're going to talk about how much money I save, but before I do that, I do want to remind you all that I am a financial YouTuber. I am not a financial advisor. So any information that you get from me is considered entertainment purposes only, and you should do your own due diligence and research in making your own financial decisions. So we're going to start off with the fact that I don't save money. I don't save money, I invest money. I spend all of my savings on my investments. I make sure to keep a $25,000 buffer in my investment brokerage account, and I call it my BLSH fund, BLSH, buy low, sell high. That's what I call it. I also keep $50,000 in cash, and that is in case I need to make a large purchase like a house. But it's also my full funded emergency fund. It's a full 1 or 2 years of living expenses. I'm a very cautionary person and I'm a prepper. I'm also very conservative in terms of finances. So I like to keep a lot of cash on hand. The rest of it invested, right? So let's start with my, and this is, by the way, this is not my income. This is what I save. This does not tell you what my income is. I have never made six figures in my life, even working 2 jobs, despite what any of those crazy YouTube channels tell you. Say, how much does Prepper Princess make? 5 things you don't know about her and all this other stuff. No, those channels are way off. Don't even listen. Okay, so first of all, I have a lot of money invested, but it's invested in growth stocks or mutual funds. And my dividend payments is $19,000 per year. I don't take that money. It automatically gets reinvested. So that is $19,000 that I could have, but it just automatically goes into my investments. And I only have a few dividend investments that are specifically for dividends. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, but my 2 favorites are Coca-Cola and Amcor, all right? Amcor is 4%. Coca-Cola is, I think, 2.76 or 3.76% dividend. You don't want to chase the dividend. I did that and I made that mistake with AT&T. They were paying a 7% dividend, and every time I got the dividend, the value of the stock went down, so I was just breaking even for years. So I don't recommend chasing the dividend. 4% is a really high dividend rate, but keep in mind that mutual funds and stuff like that, those also pay dividends, but they're not considered dividends like dividend stocks. You don't have to buy an individual stock to get dividends. You can do that with mutual funds. For instance, SWPPX, I think, or SNXFX, I'm not sure which one, is the S&P 500 with Charles Schwab. And they pay 1.76, 2.3% depending, so around 2%. So just keep that in mind. So $19,000 in dividends. January of every single year, January 1st, I call my brokerage company and I put $6,000 in an IRA. That is the maximum amount that you can do per year. And that immediately, January 1st, gets put into that account. $6,000. $10,000 in January 1st, $10,000 in bonds. Bonds are currently at either 9.68 or 9.86% interest rate, and you can get those at treasurydirect.gov. I'm not affiliated with the government or the Treasury, so that's just where I got them. And I think that's the only place that you can get them. As far as I know, it's the only place you can get them. But yeah, treasurydirect.gov. So that's $10,000. So we're at $19,000 for dividends, $6,000 Roth IRA, $10,000 in bonds. And then every month, my financial advisor, Joseph Laswell with Way Financial, I'll leave his info in the link in the description box below to his website. But he takes $1,000 per month automatically from my savings account. So that's $12,000 per year. And then I take $1,000 and I invest it myself in my personal brokerage account. So that's another $12,000 a year. So you're looking at $2,000 on a monthly basis. And then I've got that one big lump sum in January. For a grand total of $59,000 per year is what I save. And as you all know, I live on like $1,000 a month, like, or less, way less. It's like 800. I would have to go over my budget again, but I've made several videos on it. And I've always lived, I obtained a specific standard of living and then I stayed there. I did not increase my standard of living or decrease it. I just stayed there. And I am fortunate. I'm one of those fortunate people that I don't like restaurants and I don't like big crowds and I don't like going like to the bars or anything like that. So all of my entertainment is nature-based, which is free. It's free for me, which is awesome. And then if I have company over, it's usually, cornhole, baseball, basketball, softball, tennis, metal detecting, metal magnets, fishing, stuff like that. So I'm able to have a really high rate of savings. And I know that this is like a super short video, but I just wanted you guys to know that it really is easier to save than it is to spend money. For me, spending money is a chore. It actually is inconvenient for me. So I just prefer to save it, but I'm not really saving money. I'm investing it. And then anything above and beyond that I'm able to save throughout the year, usually it has to go to my taxes or my future, like the next year where I have to do that thing in January where I'm out like $16,000 in one day. But if it's anything beyond that, then I'll save it for a specific purchase. Right now, I'm saving up for another house so that this can become a rental, which is what it was always originally intended to be. So there you have it, folks. That is how much I save. I'm sorry that it was so boring for you, but it's a question that gets asked a lot, and I just wanted to go ahead and cover it. So $59,000 per year is what I save. Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out.
What are you doing? This has never happened before. What are you doing, weirdo? Are you just gonna lay behind me? Is that what you want with your snaggletooth? Just gonna lay behind me? All this training, he's just becoming a better dog. You're just becoming a better dog. And I thought you were perfect before. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, the genius Rocky. My Mr. Rocky Pants. Yes. Yes, you're such a good boy. Nala. Stop whining. Stop. Stop it. Yeah, I heard that noise. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you a genius? You are a genius. You are a genius, Mr. Rocky. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He looks so much bigger than he is. He's not that big. You're such a good boy. Oh, I'm so proud of you. You are doing so good. You are doing so good. I love you so much. You're such a smart boy, Rocky. You're so smart and handsome and loving. Mommy loves you.
Shortly before midnight on July the 22nd, 1991, two Milwaukee police officers were flagged down in their patrol car by a man with a pair of handcuffs dangling from one wrist. The police had no idea that this bizarre encounter would lead to the arrest of one of the most prolific serial killers in U.S. history.
That night, people were afraid. People were whispering under their breaths. It was the devil. It's the devil.
The man had escaped from a small one-bedroom apartment